There is a weight that you carry, a weight that has been with you for years, maybe your whole life. It is the weight of what happened, the things you did, the things you did not do, the things that were done to you, the choices you made that you wish you could take back, the words you said that you cannot unsay, the moments you let pass that you will never get back. You carry this weight everywhere. It sits on your shoulders, presses against your chest, follows you into every room, every relationship, every quiet moment. You have been carrying it for so long that you have forgotten what it feels like to be light. You have forgotten what it feels like to breathe without the weight. You have forgotten what it feels like to move forward without looking back. You tell yourself that if you carry the weight long enough, it will somehow change what happened. If you replay the moment enough times, you will find a way to undo it. If you punish yourself enough, you will earn the right to finally let it go. But the weight does not change the past. It only poisons the present. It does not undo what happened. It only steals what is happening now. What happened, happened. That is not resignation. That is not giving up. That is not saying that nothing matters. It is the most liberating truth you will ever hear. What happened, happened. You cannot change it. You cannot undo it. You cannot go back and make a different choice. You cannot take back the words. You cannot unsay what was said. You cannot lose what was lost. The past is not a door you can reopen. It is not a place you can return to. It is gone. It is over. It is finished. And that is not a tragedy. That is freedom. You have been living as if the past is still happening. As if the mistake you made yesterday is happening right now. As if the word you said last year is still leaving your mouth. As if the person who hurt you is still hurting you. But the past is not happening. It happened. It is done. The only place it still exists is in your mind. The only power it still has is the power you give it. Every time you replay the memory, you are choosing to live in the past. Every time you carry the guilt, you are choosing to let what happened control what is happening. Every time you refuse to let go, you are choosing to be a prisoner of something that no longer exists. The past is not your prison. It is your teacher, but you have to stop living in the classroom. You have learned the lesson. You have felt the pain. You have carried the weight long enough. Now it is time to leave. Now it is time to take what you have learned and walk forward. Not because what happened does not matter. Because what matters now is what you do next. There is a saying that the only way out is through. You have been through. You have survived. You have felt the pain, the shame, the regret, the grief. You have carried it long enough to know that carrying it does not change it. Now it is time to put it down. Not because you have forgotten, because you have finally understood that the past is not a life sentence. It is a chapter, and chapters end. The person who made those mistakes is not who you are now. The person who was hurt is not who you are now. The person who failed, who lost, who fell, who broke, is not who you are now. You are the person who survived. You are the person who learned. You are the person who is still here, still standing, still able to choose. And you can choose to put the weight down. You can choose to say, what happened, happened. I cannot change it. I will not carry it. I will learn from it, and I will leave it behind. You can choose to forgive yourself, not because you deserve to be forgiven, because you deserve to be free. You can choose to forgive others, not because they deserve it, because holding on to the anger is not hurting them. It is hurting you. It is keeping you tied to a moment that is over. You have been waiting for closure, for an apology that will never come, for a sign that it is okay to let go, for permission to stop carrying the weight. But closure does not come from outside. It comes from inside. It comes when you decide that you have carried the weight long enough. It comes when you decide that the past will no longer steal your present. It comes when you decide that what happened, happened, and you are ready to move forward. You do not need an apology to heal. You do not need the person who hurt you to understand. You do not need the past to make sense. You do not need to understand why it happened. You only need to decide that you will no longer let it run your life. You only need to decide that you are worth more than the weight you have been carrying. The past is not a debt you have to pay forever. It is not a punishment you have to serve for the rest of your life. It is not a chain you have to wear. It was a moment. It passed, and you are still here. You are still breathing. You are still able to choose. And you can choose to put the weight down. What happened, happened. That does not mean it does not matter. It means it is over. It means you cannot change it. It means the only thing you can change is what you do now. The only thing you can control is how you respond to what happened. The only thing you can build is the future. And you cannot build a future while you are still living in the past. You have been trying to build a new life with old bricks. You have been trying to move forward while still holding on to what is behind you. You have been trying to become someone new while still carrying the weight of who you were. But you cannot carry the past and walk into the future at the same time. The weight is too heavy. The chains are too strong. You have to let go. You have to put it down. You have to walk away from what happened so you can walk toward what is possible. Letting go does not mean forgetting. It does not mean pretending it did not happen. It does not mean that what happened was okay. It means that you are no longer letting it control you. It means that you are choosing yourself over the pain. It means that you are deciding that your future is more important than your past. It means that you are ready to live again. The people who live freely are not the ones who have never been hurt. They are the ones who learned to let go. They are the ones who accepted that what happened, happened, and then they moved on. Not because it was easy, because they knew that carrying the weight was killing them. Because they knew that the past was a ghost, and ghosts only have power if you believe in them. They stopped believing. They stopped carrying. They started living. You can do that too. You can decide today that you have carried the weight long enough. You can decide that the past will no longer define you. You can decide that what happened, happened, and it is over. You can decide to forgive yourself. You can decide to forgive others. You can decide to let go, not because it is easy, because you have spent enough of your life carrying what was never meant to be carried forever. Because you deserve to breathe. Because you deserve to be free. Because the only thing that has ever been in your way was not the past. It was your refusal to let it go. So here is what I want you to do. Sit down. Close your eyes. Bring to mind the thing you have been carrying. The mistake. The regret. The loss. The hurt. The moment you cannot seem to leave behind. See it. Feel it. Let it be there. And then say these words to yourself, out loud, in the quiet. What happened, happened. I cannot change it. I will not carry it. I have learned what I needed to learn. I have felt what I needed to feel. And now I am letting it go. Not because it does not matter. Because I matter more. Because my future matters more. Because I am ready to live. Say it until you believe it. Say it until the weight starts to lift. Say it until you feel the difference between who you were and who you are becoming. And then stand up, take a breath, and take one step forward, not toward the past, toward the future, toward the life that is waiting for you, toward the person you are meant to become. The past is not coming with you. You are leaving it behind, not because you forgot, because you finally understood. What happened, happened. Now what matters is what happens next. What will you do with the life that is still yours?